everybody. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Steve Geronimo Hopkins. I am an enrolled tribal Kiowa member. I am the speaker of the Kiowa Tribe of North America General Council Assembled Standing. I've been getting a lot of emails and phone calls lately about our higher ed program. Apparently there's a lot of tribal members that aren't getting their money to help pay for their education, and they're being stuck. And they're asking me what's going on. They're asking me, who is Amber Topal? What is she doing? Well, let me explain. Amber Topal is a recalled Kiowa Business Committee member, along with Stephen Pink Bunny Smith, Charlotte Bointy, Alva D. Soodle, and Ricky Horse. They've all been recalled. Not one of them hold an official position with the Kiowa tribal government. They've taken over the complex. They've taken over the Kiowa tribe mafia style. They've hired their own security guard army to help protect them while they do it. Anybody that goes up to the complex will find out. You'll be confronted by their security, so-called tribal security. They will confront you and make you state your business before you can go in there and do anything. It's something that we've never had to do before. So let me explain to you. First off, we have federal funds and we have tribal funds, and the difference is federal funds, those are monies that are given to us from the federal government to support our 638 programs, and higher ed is one of those programs. Tribal funds are funds that comes from tribal businesses, our gaming, casinos, things that are run through our tax commission, land, water, mineral monies and things like that. And the difference is, because the Kiowa tribe is a land of lawlessness right now, we have no law. The only law we have is our tribal constitution, but that's not the kind of law that you can take and hold somebody accountable for their actions. If somebody messes with federal funds, the federal government will step in, but they're not going to step in until that happens. And we all know, because the BIA has issued letters. You can go on my Facebook, Kiowa Truth Talker, look in the files and everything, go on to my other pages and find other files in there, and you'll see copies of those letters stating that they didn't renew the contracts for those programs because they do not consider Amber Topal and those others mentioned to hold official positions with the Kiowa tribal government. So those funds are not there. Now, what's happening is because tribal funds are different, not controlled by the federal government, because they have no authority to do anything about those monies. They can just be done with whatever. A thief gets in there like Amber Topal and those mentioned, Stephen Pink Bunny Smith, Charlotte Bointy, Alva D. Soodle, and Ricky Horse. They can get in there and just take like they've been taking for the past 6 years now. And nobody can do anything about it until the people stand up, the General Council. And when you stand up, then you can take care of this problem. But you are the only ones that can take care of this problem. Nobody else can. The federal government can't do it, the BIA can't do it, and they're going to tell you that they can't do it. They cannot give anybody what they're looking for. The people have to do it on their own. That's just the way that it is. Anybody that is going out there trying to take advantage of our situation right now, saying that we need a new constitution and things like that, they're just trying to take advantage of the situation. But back to these funds, casino funds, there is a law that they can be held accountable for embezzlement of casino gaming monies. Problem is getting that proof of the embezzlement, and you're not going to get that until somebody slips up and they can't get their hands on enough money to pay the state government and the federal government their cut of our monies, our profits, our gaming monies, because they're in they have a compact with the state and the federal government, and they pay those taxes. And as long as those two governments get their money, they're not interested in looking at anything else. All they care about is getting their money. So what's going on is Amber Topal and her posse. They're up there at the complex, and they get their hands on these monies, and they sit there and they help people, but it's just a few people. There's a group of maybe 450 Kiowa tribal members living around the area around there, and if you're close to Amber Topal or one of her posse, or if you're a friend of theirs, if you're an immediate family member or a friend, you might get some help from them. So they take this money from the casinos and from whatever they can get going through our tax commission, and they first pay themselves money. They take, and forget about the tribal members, our Kiowa elders, our Kiowa handicap, and our poor. They completely forget about them. Don't help them. They tell them, no, we don't have any money. We can't do this. We can't do that. While they sit back and spend lavishly on themselves. They take lavish trips to Las Vegas all the time. Amber Topal has I don't know how many cars, that are expensive, $80,000 cars. And no tribal member that is a business committee member can afford cars like that, and especially as many as she has. And I will be posting videos and pictures and stuff like that of those too here in the near future. But sticking to the subject here, what is happening is they're taking those monies from the tribal monies, and they're acting like, oh, we'll help this person with a little bit here through the higher ed program, make it look like these programs are still operating. Those programs are not operating. I do not care what anybody tries to tell you, because the BIA is the only one that can tell you for sure. Call the BIA in Anadarko and ask them if the Kiowa tribe has control of the 638 programs, and they will tell you absolutely not. So those programs are not even in operation. What they're doing is they're taking tribal funds, and they're helping each other and helping their friends and helping their family members, and that's it. And people that live afar aren't getting any assistance. People they know don't have the ability or the means to argue what's going on. People that don't really understand how it's working, they just forget about, and because they feel comfortable and they feel safe with what they're doing and where they're at today. So there's nothing that anybody can do about them taking those tribal funds. The federal government's not going to do it until they are missing their money. When they start missing their money, then they'll look into it. But they're not going to be missing their money, because they pay them first, and then whatever's left they take and divide amongst themselves. So that's why you members that are looking for your higher ed funds and to pay for your school, you're not getting it. And that's why, because they are spending whatever money the tribe has, and they don't have funds to fund that program like that, because they don't have control of the 638 programs. So you can blame that on Amber Topal, Stephen Pink Bunny Smith, Charlotte Boynty, Alva D. Soodle, and Ricky Horse. They are the ones that are making the Kiowa tribe suffer. They have completely dismantled our tribal government. They completely demolished our constitution, and they're just going to kill us off really quick, because before long, the other two governments, not the federal government, not your state government, but the other two governments that we have to deal with, the Apache tribal government and the Comanche tribal government, things are going to start happening. The federal government's going to be stepping in, and before long we're going to lose our status as a recognized tribe by the federal government, because we're holding up those other two governments. They can't do any legal business without us having a legitimate, active government. And so that's what we've been working on for the past 6 years, and that's why we're going to call this Kiowa Homecoming just as soon as we possibly can. I know it's taken a little while, but nothing happens overnight, and the stuff is very hard to deal with. Money's tight for everybody, and I, over the past 6 years, have spent thousands and thousands of dollars of my own trying to help the Kiowa people, get this together and get it taken care of. So the only thing we have left to do now is to call for a Kiowa homecoming, and we want to do that as soon as possible, like I said, and we will be announcing that time and date just as quick as we can. We're looking for help from any Kiowa tribal member that is willing to help, that cares enough to help. It's your future, it's our future, it's the future of the Kiowa people as we know today. Uh, we want that future to last as long as Earth can support human life, and we want the Kiowa people to be around. We owe it to our children. Our ancestors fought and died for it, and we need to do the same thing. And if it requires me to end up dying for, that's exactly what I'll do. Um, so anybody that has questions, feel free to look me up on Facebook, Steve Geronimo Hopkins, or Kiowa Truth Talker. A couple different pages there too that you can look for, that you'll find, and send me a message. Contact me. Don't be afraid to talk to me. You don't have to like me, but love your people, love who you are, and stand up for yourselves, and let's do this together, and finally take care of this problem. We can do this. We have the right to do this. The only thing left of our governmental system is the governing body of the Kiowa tribe, and that is the Kiowa Tribe of North America General Council assembled standing, and that is the majority of the Kiowa Indian Council. And those of you who don't understand how that works, feel free to message me on Facebook, and I will definitely explain that to you. And we'll just go from there. But we could certainly use some help getting this taken care of, and we are the only ones that can do it. We must do it on our own, and we can do this the very day that we meet for the Kiowa homecoming. We can actually stop what is happening now and start the change, and start moving the Kiowa tribe in a forward, positive, productive direction the very day that we hold the Kiowa homecoming. So let's gather, let's take care of each other, let's take care of our elders, our handicapped, and our poor, and let's make sure that our tribe survives and has a future, a prosperous future. One thing I wanted to mention also is, per capita. You should be getting a per capita. Every tribal member, every Kiowa tribal member should be getting a per capita. And I want to make sure that that happens, but I can't do this stuff on my own. I need you to support me. I need your support to help me do this, and I will do this. There's nothing that I want, no personal gain. I'm not asking for anything except for your support to help me make this happen for you. I know how to do it, I can do it, and I will do it. I will die to make it happen for you.